Just as students return to campus for the spring semester, they're greeted by a brand new landmark.
Well, this is a small wind turbine.
A project that has been in the works since summer.
And finally, last year, with some year-end money, we put together some funds to be able to put a small turbine on campus.
But a dream for years.
Well, the idea came out of our utility group, and the utility group wanted to turn around. We've had a continual emphasis on becoming more efficient, becoming more environmentally friendly. And so this is something we've wanted to do for a while.
And already it's turning quite a few heads.
Yeah, actually they're surprised. Since it got erected overnight, it's kind of like they look there, they look again, and they go, where did that come from? How long has that been here? You know, and did I miss it? It'll be interesting to see when classes started up next week. A lot of people have been gone for several weeks for holiday break, to see what they think when they come on campus next week.
This new small wind turbine.
The rotor diameter is 77 feet. It's 120 feet off the ground. So the total height by the time you're done is about 160 feet from the ground to the tip of the tallest blade.
It's just a few feet shorter than the Marston water tower and can pack quite a punch.
This 100 kW unit will take and generate about 185,000 kilowatt hours. Now, to put that in perspective, that's about how much electricity that Cat Hall uses on campus or the hub. That single wind turbine can provide enough electricity for 6 American homes.
Or
it could feed 2 of the Knolls for a year.
Although it's impossible to know exactly which buildings will actually benefit from the electricity generated by this wind turbine, every bit produced will help.
We think it's practical to think that we could get up to 15% of our power from wind or from other renewables, but we're currently in a project right now that is going to turn around and probably reduce our coal burn by another 40% by converting some of our old boilers over to gas.
The assembly of the wind turbine took only 2 days and was quite fascinating.
The process actually went really fast. Monday morning, December 17th, the semis showed up and a crane showed up. By the end of the day on Monday, they had the 3 sections of the pole were in place, and the nacelle, the box that's on top, was in place. On Tuesday, they began to put the rotors, the blades on the rotor, and put them together on the ground, and they did a single lift to put that in place. If you were to look up there, there's a couple of small ledges on either side of that turbine, and we had guys in safety harnesses that were standing up there essentially bolting that thing together. So everything was together by Tuesday, December 18th, and we had the unit operational before the end of the day on the 19th.
And it's been powering electricity nearly non-stop since then.
This unit does not have a gear drive, so the blades themselves are going right about 60 revolutions per minute. We start to generate electricity at about 7-mile-an-hour wind, and the maximum wind that we can sustain before we'll start putting on the brakes and shutting it down is about 57 miles per hour.
And David Miller says winter is actually the best time for the wind turbine.
Winter time is a very good time, actually, for wind. If you look at the curves, summer is actually the problematic time when it gets hot and still. And so we're actually at a time of year when it's a very good time for wind power.
This isn't the only wind turbine the university owns.
We are owners of large wind turbines in northeastern Story County, but we wanted to have something that was physically on campus that would demonstrate our support of sustainability on campus.
Iowa State University is primarily a coal-burning facility when it comes to powering the campus, but
the idea that we can take renewable energy and replace that, last year wind power took care of over about 9% of the university's electrical power.
And with high hopes,
we definitely believe in renewable fuels and want to make this part of our portfolio.
And you may just see some more environmentally sustainable projects in the future.
This is not going to go away. And as far as we're concerned, we're continuing to look for ways to make our power plant more efficient and make our overall portfolio to be more green and more friendly.